New clip from the governor of Arizona.
Ah, yes.
Fantastic. Marshall has it in his news coming up at 7:34.
Lay the wood to him, Jan.
She's speaking out even more forcefully against this lawsuit.
I'm loving this.
That the administration has brought forward. I would like to know what would have happened if George Bush were still in office, because I don't get the sense that they would have stood for Arizona usurping them either.
I don't think there would have been much difference at all. Honestly, I don't.
Maybe not the racial stuff initially, which the administration has backed off, by the way. You stupid city council people in Sacramento and San Jose and San Francisco and L.A., you morons with your, this is a civil rights issue. And the government doesn't seem to think so.
Nope.
The attorney general doesn't seem to think so. You moron city council members with your tearful screeds about... it's just, you're so stupid.
This law reminds me of Nazi Germany.
Well, the Attorney General doesn't think so. The Attorney General thinks the biggest problem with it is it's state law trying to go around federal law. This is their only problem.
It's a preemption issue, Jack. Although these politicians, a lot of them are just trying to rally the so-called Hispanic
That's
vote.
true.
You got to remember their posturing. They know it's stupid.
That's true.
But they're liars, so they're not idiots. They're liars.
Well, which is worse? I prefer an idiot to a liar.
Me too. 100 times out of 100.
Prefer an idiot to a liar. Yeah. Illegal immigration costs the United States $113 billion a year, a new study finds. Who did this study? FAIR. What's FAIR? F-A-I-R.
Oh,
I believe in fairness.
We get their press releases all the time.
Federation for American Immigration Reform.
Exactly.
Can I trust them? Or are they
sure? Yeah.
They whack jobs?
No. They're quite reasonable. I mean, they are for securing the borders and a coherent immigration policy, which makes them fascists, I guess, in California.
They say the cost of harboring illegal immigrants in the United States is a staggering $113 billion a year. That is staggering. I'm staggered. I almost went down.
Wow.
An average of
Michael.
About $1,100 for every native-headed household in America. Are you native-headed?
I think I am. How much? I'm so distracted by that term.
I know.
What's the figure?
It's $1,100 for every household in America that's got a not a Native American.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm a Native American. Really? I was born an American.
Yeah, I
reject that term.
I know
what you mean. We're all on the same page, I think.
It's like I was watching some show over 4th of July. I don't remember which history. I watch a bunch of history shows on the History Channel. A lot of good stuff on there. But it was about, it's around 1776-ish. I don't remember the incident. It doesn't make any difference. But they were talking about, and many people joined in. African Americans, Latino Americans. And then they just said Americans, which I guess they meant white people. But at that point, I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah.
What is? I don't even know where we are on that anymore. It seems like it's getting more confusing to me.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Clearly it is, and ridiculous.
I mean, this was pre-America,
right?
Well, pre the country.
So they're calling Indians?
They're calling black people African Americans,
even though there weren't any Americans at all.
But
they were African Brits. Theoretically,
yeah.
Well, they were slaves, so
not all. There were free, some free blacks.
Okay,
in northern.
So they're African
British
Brits.
colonies.
Yes,
but then what were the Germans who'd come over just then, or a generation earlier?
Were they black too?
Well, no, but are they? What are they? They're
German Brit colonists.
I don't know. I'm very confused by all of this. This all seems very confusing to me.
Oh, boy. How did you call yourself an American like the rest of us?
This is the most detailed look anybody's ever done at the cost of illegal immigration, according to the director of FAIR. Again, that's the Federation for American Immigration Reform. I'm sure there are plenty of people that would dispute these numbers.
Yeah, have you heard about the, what's it called, Take Our Jobs program that the illegals are saying? Because they're, a huge part of the economy. 70% of agricultural workers are undocumented, they say.
70%?
That's what they themselves are claiming.
And so, okay, and then what's the point? That's a leverage situation?
Well, yeah, it would cripple agriculture if you were to crack down on illegal immigration. It would ruin the economy, and you ought to be happy that we're here doing what we're doing because it's jobs Americans won't do.
Even when you have 10% unemployment and 9 million people out of work?
Yes, actually, their stated purpose is to prove that illegal immigrants don't take jobs. They do jobs people won't do. Which my reply, and this is wasted on most people and really most voters, is that you introduce an illegal factor into a marketplace, you completely skew the relationship of price, supply and demand.
It's been going on for so long. You don't have any idea what the market value is for somebody who works in the field.
Right.
No, we have no idea. For decades now, you've had free flow of illegal immigration, so who knows what that would be.
If I brought in 1,000 containers from China every year, packed full of illegal, untaxed cigarettes, what do you think that would do to the price of cigarettes?
How about this example?
You could buy them on every street corner.
How about if you could bring in piles and piles of diamonds? What would that do to the price of diamonds?
Right. And then, that would be the price of diamonds. It would change the playing field completely. And so has illegal immigration.
Of course.
Well, it would be disastrous if we withdrew it, for a short time, but then the market would take care of it, as it always does.
Well, we probably have created a situation that if you withdrew it today, we would have a disaster. Mm-hmm. I know that's what we've built. We've built a mess.
Right. As I've always said, it'd be like giving up a drug cold turkey, giving up liquor cold turkey.
And as we've been saying for years, but it's been a long time since we've revisited some of these things. Who knows what sort of invention or manner of harvesting crops would have been developed over the last quarter century if you couldn't get people to do it by hand like it's the year 1000.
Right.
But that's so
for
cheap.
Slave wages.
It's so cheap. You might as well just have a field full of people bent over picking stuff.
Have you ever heard the great Armstrong and Getty answer to the question, who's going to pick the tomatoes? Here it is. Jot this down. Somebody or nobody or a machine.
And it would.
Right.
I mean, my argument has always been...
we would all starve to death.
The tomato has existed forever.
Right.
The tomato will not cease to exist as a staple of ham sandwiches if you don't have illegal immigration. It'll work itself out somehow. People come to work every year in the summer with bags of tomatoes they can't give away because they planted some in their garden. We would figure out a way to get tomatoes on our tables at a reasonable price without illegal immigration. It would happen. Of course it would happen. But well, who we talking to? Who are we talking to? We've seen the polls recently. It's like 80-90% of people agree with us. Who are we talking to? We're talking to the power brokers among Republicans and Democrats who stop us from doing anything.
We're trying to fire up the electorate, Jack. We're trying to rouse the rabble. So we won't take it anymore.
I will tell you this. The new quote from Governor Brewer in Arizona is good stuff. And Marshall's got that in his news coming up at about 7:34.
Can't wait. Right next, entertainment reporter Sabrina Sabah on the latest on the Lindsay Lohan story, which really sounds stupid coming out of my mouth in the wake of the immigration thing.
And we've got news right now with Marshall Phillips.
Well, the federal government files suit against Arizona, going after the state's crackdown on the illegal aliens. That move angering the state's governor, Jan Brewer, who's blaming the feds for neglecting problems at the border for years.
As a direct result of failed and inconsistent federal enforcement, Arizona is under attack from violent Mexican drug and immigrant smuggling cartels. Now Arizona is under attack in federal court from President Obama and his Department of Justice.
How good is that?
Wow.
After years of the federal government not doing anything, we are under attack, and now we're under attack from our own government.
Go get it.
I like it. Well worded.
The suit charges that the law usurps the federal government's preeminent authority under the Constitution to regulate immigration. Now, the Justice Department...
it takes a lot of gall to make that sort of charge. If you're, think of... some area of your life where you're being incredibly irresponsible.
Yeah.
Somebody else tries to take care of your responsibility. You say, whoa, it's my job to do that.
Yeah, that's my thing.
But not.
You never do it. The lawn's 3 feet high. I'm the guy. I mow the lawn.
Are you going to mow the lawn?
No.
Can I? No. That's my job.
Well, see, that makes you, a hole. That makes you an Anus. The federal government is an Anus. Yes, it is.